Ladies and gentlemen, for your official introductions, coming to you from my right, out of the red corner, weighing in at 124 pounds, standing 5'5" tall, putting her 3-1 record on the line tonight, trained by Carolyn Bishop, Pickford MMA, from West Branch, Michigan. Give it up for Lizzy Crowley! And now, coming to you out of the blue corner, weighing in at 130 pounds, standing 5'2" tall, making her debut appearance here tonight, trained by Andre Garcia at Ultimate Fighting Academy, coming all the way down from Linden, Michigan. Give it up for Jennings!
All right, fight fans, here we go. Lizzy Crowley coming to us out of the red corner in the black and white fight tights. Angie Jennings out of the blue corner in the black compression shorts. Oh, real tentative tap of the gloves.
Yeah. Well, I mean, especially, you know, Lizzy does have the experience, but when you look across the cage and see some guns like that, I mean, she's got better arms than some of the guys that are in the cage.
You know, and she got sucked right into what is the easiest takedown in MMA. She just kept punching high against a shorter opponent who just ducked under and then went in for a nice little takedown.
Wide base. Exactly. And I mean, Angela's nice and close to her corner. She gets a chance to listen. But she said she knows Lizzy's tough, and here's Lizzy with the reverse, and now trying to go to work.
Lizzy did a good job. She pinned that corner, and then just bridge and roll, and over we come.
And you hear Lizzy's mom in her corner. She also an MMA fighter, but her coach as well.
You know, Lizzy's got to try to turn this to the cage side so that this type of hip movement is taken away. She's switched to a triangle now. Angie Jennings, she needs to cut a little bit of the angle on that, turn more to, I'll tell you what, Lizzy's helping her. She was going the wrong way. Lizzy doing a good job of keeping the pressure just with those gloves in her face though, Kara. It's hard to think if you get hit for the first time.
Yeah, these girls just have to watch the breathing. You see a lot of them holding their breath because it's new. I mean, when you're newer in the cage, and that's what's going to drain you a lot quicker.
Angie especially, every time she tries to set something up, she's holding her breath and biting down on that mouth guard too hard.
It's nice how Lizzy pops up, gets a shot in, but, you know, again, we have to see volume, but Angela's so busy.
Angela doing a great job sliding through. Looked like she was going to set up a sweep with a triangle choke, but coming out of it fine is Lizzy Crowley. Angela's got to turn off that cage again. That's what neither of these girls are doing when they're on top. They're not taking away the movement of the bottom fighter, and you can hear you know, Andre Garcia right now yelling armbar, because he knows his fighter has full hip mobility from the bottom there.
You are seeing Lizzy Crowley though with a good base where, because we've seen Angela try and flip things around, and you know, Lizzy's just not letting it happen.
Well, Angela just needs to try it to finish through something there. Oh, doing a great job at just powering her way up, but giving up her back in the process.
And you know, Lizzy just crawled right up there. I mean, she's a pretty crafty fighter. She really looks for opportunities to make something happen.
Well, she was a little bit high. Angie tried rolling her through, but then didn't turn back into it. Now able to turn into the guard.
You know, you saw Lizzy look for that armbar as well. I mean, she does look at every opportunity to get something.
Both of these girls have great movement from the bottom. That's not anything but an annoyance, those knees in the glutes like that. 10 seconds left.
I guess depends on how big your glutes are, right?
No, it's, you know, you may feel it in the morning. Got to be careful. She's got a pass opportunity now.
Yeah,
that arm slipped out. They're exhausted, Kara.
Yeah, and that's what I said. Like the breathing is just pivotal in this game. I mean, that's as important as having a strike coach and a jits coach. You have to know how to breathe in there, because that 3 minutes can just feel like an eternity, and you got to be able to recover in between these rounds.
Well, when you let yourself slip into an oxygen depleted state, it's almost impossible to recover it, because these girls both obviously in great shape.
But you would think with Angela Jennings being a power lifter, she knows how to survive in an anaerobic state as well. So we'll see if she can recover quickly and come back in here for the second round. And over in Lizzy's corner, you see her mom, and unfortunately her mom was scheduled for a fight tonight, and the girl backed out. So, you know, she's going to put everything into this fight and make sure her daughter comes out with a W. How weird would that be, though, to corner your daughter? It's just amazing.
We see a lot of that.
It's
We've got
amazing.
UFC superstar over there, Darren Cruikshank, who's coaches his dad.
Right.
So there's a tradition of that. You know, it's nice to see it making its way into women's MMA. You know, Ronda Rousey's judo coach is her mother.
Right. All right, here we go with round number 2. Lizzy Crowley in the long tights, and we're seeing Angela Jennings in the black compression.
You can see the fatigue in Angela Jennings now.
Yeah.
She's just not able to turn through. Now get it through, but she's got to be careful. Got to in the mount. Not. Oh, looking for the Von Flue here. She's giving up on it.
You just search for that Von Flue, don't you?
Oh man, that would have been beautiful. Now look at the separation she's got. She needs to end this fight from the mount, Kara.
Yeah. It was a great range. She's coming up nice and high on the shoulders. You're kind of limiting what Lizzy can do, but Lizzy's got those long legs as well.
Well, I'll tell you what, she needs to continue that crawl over to the cage side and get that head up off the mat. But in a lot of trouble right now, Lizzy Crowley needs to do something. If the volume comes from Angie Jennings, this fight's over. Turn it for an armbar. Nice turn, got to keep rolling through. Kara, she needs to just hold on. She needs to turn towards us.
Take your time.
Yeah, well, we'll see if Lizzy can keep fighting it off.
Extend it. Belly.
You know, the problem with that is if she rolls it back, she needs to look for the triangle setup. Had she simply kept turning through so that she was facing Lizzy Crowley's feet, this fight would be over. Right now, she's just given up the position instead. And she's
Great,
pinned.
yeah, great position for Lizzy to have Angela up against the cage like that.
Lizzy can start scoring now, and she needs to make up some of that deficit she acquired when she was mounted. And again, we're seeing that she's giving full hip movement to Angie Jennings on the bottom there.
A couple shots obviously landing on Angela Jennings. She's got that bloody nose and blood running across her face right now.
I'll tell you what, we've got an early contender for fight of the night here. These girls are really showing a high level of skill, and neither one of them has stop in their rotation there.
You know, and when you look at Lizzy, you wouldn't suspect, you know, it's hard to, you shouldn't judge a book by cover, but I mean, Lizzy she looks, you know, just skinny and, you know, up against a really tough, muscular opponent.
She's got that arm passed again. She's going to be tempted to set up a triangle, but what she can do, if she sweeps now to her right, Lizzy Crowley can't stop her, and if she turns for the back, Lizzy Crowley can't stop her.
Lizzy's definitely a tough opponent. I mean, she's fought off everything that she's faced so far.
Well, the fatigue now definitely a factor.
But you're seeing Angela still fire from the bottom, trying to keep active with that and keep something in Angela's face.
Now, nice. Turn through to the other side, going to crawl it right up in the mount. She can keep turning and take the armbar on the other side.
It looked like she was trying for it.
You know, she's so excited about being able to punch a training partner in the face, not training partner, like opponent in the face. You don't get to do that with training partners.
She looked like she was looking for the armbar, but her leg was caught underneath Lizzy's head. She almost couldn't keep making that move.
Trying for the armbar again. Lizzy needs to continue to step over. She's got about 4 seconds left, and we're going to round 3.
You know, we've almost seen some enders right near the finish of the round, but when you hear that 10-second, you know that you can hang on for dear life because you know you only have a few seconds to go.
Oh, they could break it off and beat you over the head with it, and you're not tapping. These girls are putting on a great fight for us, Kara. This is outstanding mixed martial arts.
You know, and it's so great to have that, especially in a big venue like the Joe Louis Arena. This is what you want to see. This is the type of quality that you want to bring in here, and especially at the female level to show that the women out there and the men that this is what women's fighting is all about. You know, you can see both corners working furiously, trying to clean off the ladies. They're full of sweat, they're full of blood, and they're trying to get them ready and loosen them up. You rehydrate them and recharge them for this next round, and it looks like they're squeezing Lizzy's nose. It looks like she's almost maybe broken her nose.
Well, she is absolutely exhausted. Both of these women in here just completely fatigued. You hear it so often, it's become a cliche, but the bigger heart wins this fight right now. On my card, it's 1 round apiece. Might be a little closer on some of these scorecards. Could go either way, but whoever lays it out there in this round is getting their hand raised at the end. And candidly, I'd be surprised if we go to the cards.
Yeah, I don't know. They're both so resilient. I mean, they've shown us for the first 2 rounds that these girls can just keep going. This is round number 3, the third and final round, and looking to go toe-to-toe. And Lizzy, she can throw her hands, but she's gets too tight in there. She should use her range more so that Angela can't close the gap, because that's what Angela looks to do.
When you're the taller fighter, there's no excuse for you to go forward.
No.
Go back and let them constantly walk into your range. Nice armbar turn there from the bottom. Looking to roll it through, but rolled it the wrong side. Going to come up in a mount, though. And a good roll through from Angie Jennings there. Oh, and coming out in a real strong position. She needs to just step across into an S mount, take the back now. And her corner yelling at her, take the back, take the back. Holding on to the neck, hoping it doesn't happen, is Lizzy Crowley. I'd be surprised if she manages to pull Jennings all the way through, though.
Angela trying to crawl up the back again. I mean, you know, what's disheartening, what's hard in MMA is when you have submission attempts and you're so close and then they escape, it kind of takes a little bit of wind out of your sails, and you've got to just keep that energy going forward.
Well, now you can see the rawness, the newness of Angie Jennings. She was trying to set up an armbar, but had no room to turn because she's in the side of the cage. And she held on to the attempt a little too long, and now she's compromised her position again.
You know, both these women bloody. Landing a good right hand is Lizzy Crowley, and you know, she's seeing the beast in her, and I think that's her being 17, they just have extra energy at that age. They just can pull it right out.
Angie Crowley again tried turning for an armbar in a direction she just couldn't go. She's in a lot of trouble now, Kara. That choke is in deep and she's not making any attempt
But look
to
at her
get on the
crossing her,
hand.
you know, she's crossing her ankles, which is a no-no, but Angela would not know probably what to do with that at this point in her career.
No, all she's thinking about is that arm on the neck.
Yep.
And candidly, when you're bent back like that, it's a little too late to fight for him. She's going to go to sleep. I don't see her tapping.
It just seemed like her arms just, doesn't seem to be working the gloves, she's not working the elbow, she's not really doing much, so.
Now she's just waiting for the end to come. Now she's on the hand, Kara.
She's on the
If she
hand, good.
continues to extend that, she's going to be able to get out of this submission attempt. There's the tap. You could see that energy just drained from her on that last attempt. What a fight.
Yeah, that was excellent. Good job. You know, kudos to Angela to, you know, take this fight. She's fighting a, you know, more experienced fighter, but said that she was ready, and she showed that it was a great fight. You know, they're just both exhausted, but what a good win for Lizzy Crowley. I mean, you don't want to have a record where it's just a ridiculous record and you haven't fought anybody. She can say that she fought a tough fighter and pulled out the W. You know, she showed a lot of heart.
She bit off a ton in Angie Jennings. And Angie Jennings really disappointed with herself right now. You know, but in a day or two when she gets to see the film of what she did, she's got a lot she can take away from
Look
this.
at that big welt on her head. That was that big right hand drop by Lizzy Crowley in this last round. And both of these ladies, you know, bloody and just battled for us tonight.
And I'll tell you what, I am so glad for these judges that this did not have to go to the cards.
100%, yes.
All right, let's go into the cage. Nate going to give us the official Impact Fight League
They
announcement.
have a table in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you stop by and have a chat with the fellas. They love talking to you MMA fans. Stop by and see them right now. We'll get right to it. In the third round, after 2 minutes and 1 second, your winner, coming to you from the red corner, Lizzy Crowley!
I have to say kudos to our cameramen as well. I mean, they're getting awesome shots of these fights. You know, the exact, you're seeing the sweat and determination and blood and everything on these women. It's unbelievable. What a fight.
Well, this certainly isn't their first rodeo. You're absolutely right. Just outstanding. The whole production team from top to bottom just doing an outstanding job.